and welcome to stream. I hope that you're all doing well this afternoon. Sorry for being a little bit late. The stream was slated to start at 2, but I wasn't expecting that this game got like a huge update at some point. And that update was 11 gigs. And that, coinciding with me wanting to continue saving stuff, didn't work well. We were finally able to download it, and everything looks like it's going to be fine now. I don't really know what those 11 gigs are. I assume it's like DLC or an expansion or something. But yeah. Today, for those of you who don't know, we're checking out Slay the Princess, which is a game that Riku got me last year. And I never really got to play, because the one time I put it on my schedule, it fell off due to, I believe, a mental health hiatus. And we just kind of never got the chance to visit it again. We're checking it out now. It was last year, right? No, it was the year before last. Oh man, it's been a while. Well, that happens sometimes. I always try and eventually get to the games that people get me to play on stream. It just might not be immediate depending on what's going on. But yeah, we're checking this out today, and I'm excited because it looks pretty cool, and I've had my eye on this game for a while. Now, full disclosure, this is not my first time seeing this game. I did see a streamer play this on YouTube, but not like horribly in depth or anything, but enough to know like the general beat of the beginning of the story. I am completely new to this game otherwise. I have heard bits and pieces of things about it from other people, but I wouldn't be able to say for sure, like what happens or anything like that. And I know that this is a very popular game in horror circles, so if you do know things about it, I ask you not to say anything, because I'm looking forward to experiencing this for the first time by myself. That is a lot of stuff that I cannot fit into my content warning description. So okay, so here's what we'll do, right? Here's what we'll do. I will go ahead and put up the website. That way that people can access them if they need them, or if they are curious about what goes on. You said to summarize it as body horror and gore. Oh, okay. I can also do that. How do I want to do this? Oh, okay. All right, there we go. Maybe I can, let's see. Do I have the ability to like right align that? Yes. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, that's perfect. All right. Let's go ahead and pin that. Can you pin that, please, Rory? I can probably. Hold on. I can probably pin it in Twitch. Let me go do it. It'll probably let me pin it via the website. It doesn't let me do it via OBS. Let me open it up. Okay. Yes. Yep. All right, I pinned it. I set it to be there until the end of stream, so it should be pretty visible. All right, cool. Okay, now let's get started. We got some, well, first of all, I have to fix this problem that Inky caused. All right. We got some fun ideas ahead of us, I think. So let's check it out. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
All right, let's see. We got some different choices here. We have the end of the world. What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet. I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolucion. Silently continue to the cabin, turn around, and leave. Alright, so we're just gonna go ahead and go with, killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Damn. Okay. Alright, let's try this one. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
The end of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen,
I wonder if
to
the
her
narrator is
words,
the bad guy here.
the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every
This seems
one
very
of us
manipulative.
is doomed. So sure, go talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Isn't that me? Isn't that... What? Huh? But isn't that... Okay. Proceeding to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty.
Why are they holding her in a cabin and not a castle?
Are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I guess in case we need it, but I kind of just want to enter and talk about first. Whatever, we'll take it in
You
case
take
we
the
need it.
blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Okay, maybe we shouldn't have taken the blade because the music changed.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp. a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
That's a voice.
She sounds dangerous.
She sounds annoyed.
It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
She sounds annoyed, maybe because you imprisoned her, you dick.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Let's go with hi.
Don't be a stranger. And it's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
I mean, she doesn't seem mean.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
It's not really something we do. I'm dropping it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Okay.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
We'll see about that.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
A lot of choices. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that?
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
I was hoping you'd tell me.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
Oh, shit. I haven't been recording. God damn it. Fucking hell. Okay.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
Who's he talking to?
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
A relationship? Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
I guess she's right about that, yeah. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
How would I even get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Oh, God.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
I made my choice. I'm locking her in the basement.
I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way to the stairs.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip
Oh
these
my
chains?
God, what?
She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here.
How the hell would she slip
Did you hear
those?
the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
Thank you for the pets. No, we're sticking to the plan and locking her
It'll
down.
be the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off.
Uh-oh.
Your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Well, so all of that was just an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess. You're a monster.
I could be innocent and harmless if I want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
Oh my God.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You get awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar. its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
Ah.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time.
Oh my
with you,
goodness.
can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything
Well,
goes dark.
rip.
And you die.
Goodbye. Ooh, what?
You're on a path
Wait,
in the woods.
What?
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the
Uh,
basement of that cabin is a
very
princess.
confused. Why are we doing this again?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
No, it's not.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Shh. What if he hears us?
The paranoid?
That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me.
What the hell is going on
Not
here?
that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save after all.
This is more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing literally just happened.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did happen. Why should we listen? Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We couldn't trust either of you, and as far as I'm concerned, we still can't. All we did was lock her away. And how'd that work out for you? No comment. Well then, congratulations. You've been given another
What the
chance to
fuck is
actually do this
happening?
right. And your solution is to send us back in there. Do you want us to slay the princess, or do you want the princess to slay us? Obviously, I want you to slay her. One of you poses a threat to the world, and the other doesn't. Anyways, I believe your other question was something along the lines of, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you
So
mean?
he does
Of
know
course
there
weren't
was
any
last time.
consequences. We were killed by the princess, and now everyone's right back where they started. Sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Speak for yourself. From my perspective, there were plenty of consequences. I'm never going to forget the way she just made us stop working. And that's only scratching the surface. If what you said is true, it begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or have you found yourself in another world altogether? If it's the latter,
What?
what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? If she brought an end to everything and everyone, how are we supposed to stop her? What do you want from us? I want you to succeed. You'll find a way. You're the only one who
I don't
can.
trust this guy. Let's try turning around and leaving.
This is good. I was worried you might fall for his shit again, but this is good. Whatever answers there are to be found, they aren't here, and they definitely aren't there. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going? Somehow
Let's
I
lie.
doubt that,
Yes, I
but
definitely know where I'm going.
I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange.
Wait, what?
It
No!
looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's
Okay, I
back
definitely
on
don't
track
trust this
again.
guy at
Maybe the
all.
world can still be saved after all.
This is weird. Alright, we're turning around and leaving again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you
I'm
came.
so glad you have your 3D model for this. Oh no.
Wait, something isn't right.
No?
Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. Everything is
Uh-oh.
going
Oh? Fuzzy.
What's going on?
Wait, I'm
Where
confused.
are
What
we?
happened?
It's finally happened, hasn't it? We finally cracked.
The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by a textured nothingness. It is quiet. There is a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. Feelers probe around the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you, and I need something empty I can crawl inside of. I need something shaped like me. This is a nightmare. Wake up. It's not.
You're on a path
Wait.
in the woods.
No.
And at
Huh?
the end of that path is...
No, you can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard or R1 on your controller. Okay, let's just... Wait, what? Oh. Okay.
I'm talking about the end of... Don't... Look. While I... Does it? Oh, if only that were the case. But I don't make the rules. I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far. But unfortunately for the
What if we
both
turn
of us,
away
you're
in the
only
first
one who can pull this
round
off. Like I
and don't
said,
go up there?
I don't make the rules. No matter how much I wish I did.
Because she shouldn't be free right now.
Seriously? You're just going to...
Wait. Kind of feels like the same.
Fine. I suppose you just
Wait,
quietly continue down the path away
Is this
from
the
cabin.
same?
Good. What we're
Oh,
being asked
no,
to
it's
do
different.
here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's
Why not just
talking
do as he
about.
says? No. I don't trust that guy.
That's strange.
Damn it. We're doing it
Really?
again.
Your silence is deafening. But fine. You turn around.
Is it
and
gonna happen
trek
again?
back down the
Wait,
path
what?
you came.
A third time? Thank you so much for the resub, Raka, and congrats on your 13 months of being a dog boy sim. That is 1 year and 1 month. Very nice. Oh yeah? Well, I guess if I start walking in a different direction, again. In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice.
Congrats on your
Let me
mackerel.
tell you right now that you're making
1 year of
the
being a
wrong
dog boy
one
simp
for
in
pretty
Domi's
much
dungeon.
everyone
Yes, sir.
who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Okay, dick.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods,
Wait.
something strange starts to happen.
What is happening here?
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes.
I also maybe wouldn't skip,
Glimpses
and
of
it kind of makes it feel
familiar
weird.
wooden structures through the leaves.
Does it?
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fraction of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to
Many
where
cabins?
you need to be. Wait, what's going on?
What?
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Many cabins, many princesses.
You've doomed us all. You know that, right? But of course you do.
What the
Otherwise
fuck?
You wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Okay. The what now?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Wait, this is
And in the
different. What is
basement of
this?
that
This looks like a
cabin
wall.
Is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it.
I think the wall is there
If they
because
weren't
you
the
tried
walls
to
of the
go
woods,
away.
Someone might have
I
gotten
knew I
lost.
didn't trust this
Or,
man.
heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're
Contrarian.
thinking. He's like a captive audience. He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day. If by ruining my day,
Okay.
you mean ruining everyone's
So are we
day
just destined to
forever,
ruin this
then
man's
yes,
day every
I
time
suppose
now?
There are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky.
Maybe we should just slay the
The world
princess.
hasn't ended yet.
There's
You are
weird
never going to
stuff
slay
going
her
on
with
there.
that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Yeah, I get it. I'm going to the cabin.
A
Oh my
warning
god!
Before you go any further, she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Alright, into the cabin we go.
The cabin
This is
interior
weird!
is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected
What
across
the
what's
fuck?
almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea
This
what
is
to expect
bizarre.
and no idea what we're dealing with.
Is she doing this or is he doing this? I don't know. I don't trust either
I've
of
already
them.
told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't
I wish we
just
could stab
say
that guy.
But when everything here is so wrong, listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, You cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen
What?
if we
Lose ourselves?
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together.
The hell?
Just ignore
that what
the
happened last
stressful
time?
geometry and stay calm. How? Even
Stressful
with closed
geometry,
eyes, you're
what a
constantly
phrase.
Describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
Ooh, we should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun?
Oh my god.
You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a
Gaunt, I
mirror.
love seeing
There's
this
the
particular
table,
model of
the
yours.
blade sitting on
Absolutely
the
my
table,
favorite
and the
one.
door to the
Aw,
basement.
thank
There's
you.
nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
The fuck do you mean there's no
You
mirror?
insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
Wait. If there's a mirror, that means we can look at ourselves. Why does he not want us to look at ourselves? I also want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am.
We shouldn't waste time preening. If he is lying about the mirror, it might be important. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror.
It's literally right
Why
there.
would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do? So we're all in agreement then. We're looking.
Alright, we're going.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Is it not a mirror? Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous.
What are we?
But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Okay, well, we're clearly not a normal hero.
You take the blade.
Or
from
maybe
the
we
table.
are a normal hero for
It
this
would be
world. I guess we
difficult
don't
to
really
slay
know
the
what people in
princess
this
and
world
save the
look like,
world
so
without
I mean,
a
this
weapon.
could be normal. Could just be like a furry design or some kind.
Okay, fine. You took the knife, but you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold
Or
it?
anthro design, maybe.
The other way. Thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom.
But why would the mirror be...
It really doesn't matter how you hold
If
the
that's the
blade,
case,
as
then
long as
why
you
would he
have
not
it.
want us to look in the mirror?
Just make
That's
a
weird.
choice.
Why on earth would it matter? I guess we'll just keep our grip as it
Great.
is.
You keep your grip the way it is. Your task awaits.
Or we could throw it out the window. Yeah.
Yes! Do it! Seriously.
Wait,
You
what
throw
the
blade
fuck?
At the window, glass showering the cabin as your weapon flies out.
This is
into
like
the
they're
night.
connected?
Suppose you'll just have to deal with the princess without it.
What in the fuck are you What is going on?
We'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? The world ends. Been there, done that. I'm not so sure. This place is already messing with my head.
I think we
It'll
might have
much
been a
better
mistake.
if we had a weapon.
I think we should have
What's
kept the
done
knife.
is done. Good luck, hero.
Alright. Into the basement we go. It's just gonna be wrong.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here?
She sounds different?
No.
No, no, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
I think we're past that point, bud. I think we're just fucked already.
We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ. I have no idea. Maybe the soft stairs.
You step to the right. The path feels soft and reassuring against your feet. The stairs almost seem to cradle you as you make your way down, like they're guiding your heels from one step directly to the next.
Okay.
You barely have to
Seems
extend
good.
any effort to descend, the stairway doing most of the work for you. You don't feel like there's any concern that you might slip or tumble or lose your way. But the further you go, you sink in. First, it's like a lovely plush carpet, your toes digging down and barely hitting any resistance at all. But soon enough, you're fighting just to keep your knees from sinking out of sight. The softness threatens to swallow you whole, to wrest control of your body and surround you in a false ethereal bliss, pretending to save you from the cruelties of choice and consequence. It's slow going, but you manage to fight against the overwhelming urge to fall back into comfort and nothingness. The very struggle to continue forward, consuming your every thought.
Wait, what the fuck?
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
Thought you were walking on teeth for a moment, but nope, soft cushioned stairs. Yeah, too cushioned apparently.
Time disappears.
We fell into them.
And you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten.
What in the fuck?
Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you okay?
What? Maybe?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side.
How did
of
we
the
get
basement. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was here.
That's okay. Sometimes I forget where I am too.
The shadows recede, revealing the princess's face.
She's
so
different this time.
warm and friendly. It's deception. Don't buy into it.
How strange. So, why are you here?
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you
Other
were given.
reality?
Other reality.
What the hell are you talking
But
about?
what's done is
We're
done.
in a different reality?
Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weasel their way
Unsee
into your
it?
head, unthink them.
Unthink
It's not
them.
already too late.
Unsee it.
You have a job to do
Unthink
here,
them.
and you need to do it now. Oh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of
I want to strangle this contrarian guy. There's more of you now.
Do you need help? Not that there's much I can do chained up like this, but I'm the only one down here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best. And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
She fractures again.
I don't like where this is going.
Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? We could always start by retrieving the blade.
How would we do that? We threw it out the window!
He made us throw out the window. I wasn't the one who threw it. Oh, come on, you told us to. Don't try to pass the blame now that it's come back to bite us. Well, if I'd known we'd be dealing with this, maybe I wouldn't have been so hasty with my suggestions.
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back.
Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her.
Nope. Nope, this ain't right. Nope. Nope.
It certainly looks that way, so please,
Nope.
for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
All these three choices blend together? That's so weird. I don't think that's intended, or maybe it is? I'm getting you out of here to try and free her. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Leave her in the basement. Regretfully think about that time you threw the blade out the window.
That's not right. Go on. Take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands.
What?
You use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to perish alone.
What the hell?
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this.
I have a feeling maybe we're the bad guy.
How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
I'll do my best. Oh God. But you don't know if she had the chance to hear your reply. She's gone, replaced with something else.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. No. Don't do that.
Approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final.
What are we gonna find in this mirror? You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. So we are a monster. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her. You recognize the presence inhabiting the shell. It is the entity that dwells in the spaces between.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation. and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
You're that thing I met in the space outside of the woods, aren't you? I thought that was a dream.
Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. I am sorry if I frightened you.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Solitary lights? What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
I'm a person.
A person. A set of eyes witnessing from one perspective. I think that you are more like me than you are like a person.
So we're both monsters?
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
If I remember correctly, the amount of lines in this game, the amount of options, the amount of voice-acted lines is insane. No, I think you're right.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
The gift of the fragile vessel?
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own.
What?
These ones are a contradiction. A winding kaleidoscope of paths unwalked. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Do you know anything about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
Yeah, according to Google, the pristine edition that you're playing brought the amount of lines to a grand total of 12,766. God damn, that's a lot.
I promise.
I wasn't
that
expecting it to
doesn't
all be
hurt.
voiced like this. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Nothing compared to Baldur's Gate 3, which apparently has over 250,000 bloody lines. It's just the two, I think, as well. Playing so many different versions of the same character. It's so well done. That is wild. How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished. Dry. Hollow.
I'm not going back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
I guess wait forever?
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
What the fuck? The game exited? Alright. The hell? Was it supposed to do that? Huh.
You have returned to me.
Wait, what the fuck?
Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to...
All right. Okay. Sweet. I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution.
That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path. We're not going to go through. Ignore him.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the blade is...
Take the blade.
You take the blade.
Enter the basement.
The door to the base... Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds... Don't let it...
Continue down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes. She's so focused on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Still your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Let's slay her.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
I'm not sure. I feel like she has to still have some kind of trick up her sleeve.
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing hidden up there. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Really? That's weird. Let's check for a pulse.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath as you search for a pulse, even though you know you're not going to find one. We definitely won't if you keep talking. I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question? Wait, what was that? You know what that was. That
What?
was the sound of a heartbeat,
Why is she...
followed by
How
another.
is she...
And another.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy. Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you, for whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The razor?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Alright. Well, we'll get back to this in a moment. It's time for our ad break. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Don't go anywhere. And then we will continue. All right, we're back. Welcome back to Slay the Princess, where last time we actually did slay the princess, and I don't know what happens next because it seems like we're doing it again.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
But I died. What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons. So there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
All right.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you. We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine. The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood.
What
and
the
broken
fuck?
boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture
Hey.
of note is a pointed table with a
The mirror's
pristine
here
blade
again.
perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
Wait, he's not mentioning the mirror
You'll
again.
need it if you want to do this right.
No. We're doing this again.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
Can you two stop arguing? It's stressful enough in here without all of this extra noise.
I care about whether or not I'm being lied to.
As do I. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
The mirror is definitely there, though. Why would he lie about the mirror twice now? We're approaching the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it
Why
was
would
there a
we
second ago.
imagine a mirror?
Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us.
I don't understand.
Hate this place.
Why would we imagine a mirror? Sorry, I'm getting some from under my desk here. Why would we imagine a mirror? For what reason? Doesn't make any sense. Anyway. I'm not taking the blade this time. We're just going to the
Are we really
basement.
doing this without a weapon? You know she has one, right?
Once again, I'd like to remind you that she's unarmed. But you're right, this would be a lot easier if you had the blade. I hope you know what you're doing. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall.
What the fuck?
The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
That's right. Scraping. I told you she has something. I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah. She thinks she's better than us. Like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final
is
step,
not,
the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from
what
across
I
the room.
expected?
I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are
What
we?
the hell is this
She's
smile?
trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down. Exactly. She sounds threatening because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
If I come close to you, you're just gonna stab me, aren't you?
What? No! No! I wouldn't stab you. I am just a sweet, innocent princess trapped here for no reason. And you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up to, not stabbing distance to help me.
What?
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her. She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it. But you know who has the capacity to quickly arm himself? You do. So stop second-guessing yourself, go upstairs, take the blade, and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
Do you remember what happened last time?
Last time? If somebody came into my house and stabbed me to death and then I killed him, surely I would remember that. But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
She retains the memories?
Last time? What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth. I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right? Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping.
Hey, nobody
or
mentioned anything about
time
dimension
travel
hopping or
or
time
whatever it is
traveling.
you think
You're the one
doing.
who said that, bud. That's immediately suspicious. What if we were both honest with each other? I was sent here to stop you from ending the world, and you killed me last time after coming back from being stabbed in the heart.
That doesn't sound like me.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her? We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance. Oh, I'm sorry, do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now? You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk. Then maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way. No, I have my dignity. Fine, and will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
I don't have a weapon. Isn't that a sign of goodwill?
Yes! Yes, of course! Haven't you seen that I've only been nice to you since you got here?
Has she? Her words have been fine, but her general attitude's been weird and extremely suspicious. And I think that's
Yeah,
what
it's
really
been very
counts.
strange.
This shouldn't even be a question. She absolutely has not been nice to you.
But that's exactly what happened, so you do remember it.
Would I just lie? Would I just lie to your face and tell you a thing I remembered happening didn't happen just so I could stab you again? I mean, just so I could stab you for the first time.
Oh my god, she totally remembers every time she dies.
Aha! She slipped up there. She said again, and her taking it back doesn't count. Do you hear how deranged you sound right now? Please stop dawdling. This is only going to end with violence. Postponing the inevitable is only going to make it worse for you when it actually happens.
We killed each other last time. I'd rather not do that again.
But if we killed each other, then why are we here, right now? Both of us normal and unstabbed.
Okay, what are you gonna do if I let you out?
all sorts of things, which is why I think that's a great idea. I would love to not be chained up down here. Being chained up is so boring, and I crave fresh and new activities to broaden my horizons.
Please don't let her out of here. Believe it or not, I think I'm actually with him on this. Okay, but what if all of this is just a misunderstanding? There has to be room for this to be a misunderstanding.
I don't have the key.
Oh, you don't? Okay, I see. I have an idea. You should come over here and stare directly at the chains. You won't be able to find a key if you don't know what it's supposed to look like, so you better come right within close staring distance just to be sure.
That is the weirdest fucking thing someone has ever said.
I think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
Okay, fine. I'm coming closer to free you. You better not try anything.
Of course I won't.
Against your better judgment, you walk across the room to within arm's reach of the princess. I don't like the way you said within arm's reach. You hear the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat. Whose meat? Not ours, right? Hers, at first, then yours. Your neck, specifically.
Hehe.
You collapse to the ground, your vision swimming as you attempt to focus on her bloody blade and the limp sack of flesh that was once her arm.
What? What?
You're going to die now.
And with a quick jerk of her elbow, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. We're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again. We're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. You're what? The interior of the cabin is sharp.
Hey, it's the
Strictly
mirror
massive,
again.
Curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
I feel dizzy.
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? Who cares about cards? You're all acting like this is about winning and losing, while this is actually about having fun.
That guy's back again.
Is this fun for you? It's not fun for me. I don't like being
That's a new
sliced
guy.
to pieces.
Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realise that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right? That can't be right. That's too much responsibility.
I couldn't agree more.
What
we
the
couldn't be
fuck?
trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world.
Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. And then, we throw it out the window. What? That blade is the only edge we have. We are not.
Too late, because we already did it, didn't we?
Fortunately for the rest of you, and for me, and for the sake of the world...
What is happening?
Yes, that is horribly unfair. He shouldn't be
What
allowed to
is
just do things
happening?
like that. You were the one who made us pick it up. See? You're not the only one who can figure out how to do things. What's done is done. I suggest you make the best of it.
You're all so mad at each other. I'm just going to sit here quietly in the corner. You can be the ones to figure out what to do.
So, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to? I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know
There's
what
no
the
door,
doors
there's just a
are,
mirror, dude.
right? But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
Approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it.
Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice.
Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of
Okay,
this mess.
I have a theory. What if every time the hero dies, they don't actually die? Their personality gets fractured, and they become whatever it was that killed them last time. That explains all these voices in our head. It's kind of like whenever the princess kills us, or whenever we get murdered, our personality just fractures apart in order to compensate for it. Kind of like a direct metaphor of what it's like to have something like dissociative identity disorder. To compensate for the trauma that we endured from dying, we ended up creating another part of ourselves to deal with that. And maybe that's what's happening to the princess too, because she seems to change every time we die also.
You reach
Wait,
forward and
the mirror's
place your
gone
hand
again.
on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising. I can't say I was particularly invested in looking at it before, but now I really want to see what's in it. If it's so keen on hiding from us, whatever it has must be real good. Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom. As your body tumbles off the basement landing, the form of the princess comes into view, wryly smiling at you from a distance.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. And you still don't have a weapon. That's funny! That's a joke! I'm going to kill you now.
Yes, that was extremely silly of whoever did that. Probably a bad idea. That was you. I know, I'm just trying to add some levity to this. Well, since all of this was your idea, how about you figure out how to get us out of it? Oh, guys like us don't get to make any decisions. You should know that. I decided to pick up that blade, and you decided to throw it out the window.
This is why we've already lost. Can't even stop bickering with ourselves. How are we supposed to beat her without a weapon? She's so sharp.
Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Alright, I'm out of ideas. What we doing?
Okay. Alright. Alright. All of these ideas suck. Think of something better.
That's right, we just have to think. There's probably an answer if we think.
Just standing there, huh? A bold strategy.
But you don't have time to finish your thought before she closes the distance. And then she skewers you. Ow.
What a surprise.
Yeah, we don't even get a second to think without her stabbing us.
Hey! There's a new voice added. See, I think I'm right. I think every time we die, a new part of ourselves gets made. Like, I don't know, maybe like a new version of us from another reality joins in. I don't really know how it works yet, but I do think that's what seems to be happening.
Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die?
Oh, I was right.
Nah, we'd know if we died. Right? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
I don't understand.
I don't actually know how to answer that question.
I think he means how many times have we died?
Yes. That.
It's gotta be
I've lost
5 now,
count,
right?
To be honest.
I haven't. It's 4.
No
Oh, it's
wonder
4, okay.
everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
Okay, so we're just stacking personalities until we're better than her. I got it. Okay, all right.
Come on, show me something new.
Okay.
I don't really have anything
Now.
now. All right, here we go again. Let's appeal to her authority. We're going to appeal to her authority. Puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk this out. It doesn't work, and she kills you again. And again, and again, and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason. She skewers you. Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. Just have to hit her harder. She skewers you. More noise isn't helping. It's just making it harder to focus. Just keep dodging. Just keep dodging. Just keep dodging. She skewers you.
What's the point of avoiding me if you're not going to fight?
It doesn't matter how many times this takes. We can't give up. We don't even have a weapon. Yeah, some clod threw it out the window.
Fuck
Again,
that
that
guy.
was you. No, I was just the clod who suggested.
Fuck
it.
that guy.
And if I knew we'd be stuck here forever, I wouldn't have done that. Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman. She skewers you.
You're cute.
See? We lasted a little longer. Barely. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time. Fine. One last time. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay. All right. Bye. Wait, what? Chapter 4, The Empty Cup.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here. No steel claw, though. Was tossing it the only thing we've done that was permanent? That's a sick joke, universe. A sick, sick joke. If it's gone for good, then maybe we never actually needed it. That's what I've been telling you all. We can do this without it. We're
Oh my.
tougher than steel.
Oh my.
Mind over matter. Who needs violence when you have love? Who needs love when you've mastered yourself?
I love this game so much. This
Who
game
needs
is
anything?
fucking wild.
Well, boys, are we ready? There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them? Yeah, leave it to the pros. Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, that's exactly what this is. This is love.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care. Just want to see how this ends. Fine. You make your way to the basement.
There she is
where
again.
The princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it? I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah,
It's
me
horrible.
too.
It's a horrible thing. I'm sure.
I
So
speak
sure
for
of it.
all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit! She's gorgeous. Absolutely divine.
Well, this explains where the swords came from.
Yes, behold the perfect woman. Do you
I think that guy should die
we
first.
can throw her out the window? That looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating. That's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. I'd say we bow down to her right now if that had ever even slightly worked for us.
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it. All right,
Empty your mind.
It's so quiet.
Him too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act as the princess approaches, instead allowing her to crash against your form, and yet there is seemingly nothing for her to crash against. Again and again, she swings at you, but there never really was a you to swing at.
This worked before. I was able to make you dead before.
She swings again, and this time she hits something, or something hits her. She looks down in confused terror as her arm bends and folds upon itself.
Did you do that? It's funny if you did. You're nothing. You've done nothing to me, and I've done so much to you, and that's who we are. But it's like you're nothing now. You can't be nothing. If you're nothing, then what am I? Am I nothing too?
Aww.
No, I'm the one who hurts you.
She hurls herself at you, but as she does, her metal body bends outward, the very contact with what you are repelling her to the point of destruction. The din of shrieking metal subsides, and something small and delicate falls into your hands. It's her heart. It beats gently, calmly, in your palm. Huh? Not another word is spoken. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Approach the mirror. You do so. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. You've grown. What? You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
What? Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you just give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I
excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed, but in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've ever met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but they are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them you are a gate to something more, but they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is a single-minded edge. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for a piercing heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
So you don't have any preferences on how you like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path. You're here.
Yeah. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him. The interior of the blade is...
Alright, this time I'm not taking the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Am I really, though? Just checking in on you.
You are? It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still laying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
We're not alone? That's new.
Your shouts
Hey, let me
and
out of here.
pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Alright, well, shit.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs.
Oh, wait, what?
You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
We're saving the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, you don't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
No!
What are you doing?
Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
I knew I didn't trust this man.
But princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
Jesus Christ.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Indeed.
Everything goes dark. And you die.
What in the fuck? So I guess she's gonna be nice to us now, maybe? That narrator
You're
guy
on a path
seems
in the
very
woods.
evil, and he wants her
And at
dead
the
for
end of
some
that
reason.
path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Oh, you bastard! You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time.
Oh,
did he?
god damn it.
If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Our beloved?
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling
Four
any and
of
all
us?
assassination attempts you've got in the works.
What?
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
I mean, okay, I agree with that, but this is weird. I guess let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
We
Yeah,
already
yeah.
told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Uh-huh. Yes,
Sure,
yes, indeed.
Yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Go do porn like the rest of us, bud.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Alright, let's go inside.
The interior
Hey,
of the
the
cabin
mirror.
is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here. In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
Why would you lie about that? What's the point?
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Or looking at the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
This really isn't funny. You reach forward and
Hey!
rub your hand against the cabin
But
wall.
it's the impression of a
How
mirror
do you know
now.
how ridiculous you look right now?
That's
It was there
weird.
a second ago, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Oh, I see. It's the... Alright, we're not taking the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Oh my god.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Ah, she remembers just like last time.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
That's right, villain. And you killed us.
Yeah, you killed us, you dick.
Well, she killed us.
Still that guy's fault.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
I don't know about that.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done.
What?
What matters is you have a chance to do it right.
I'd really
this
hoped
time.
I'd be the first? The hell does that mean?
We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
What the hell are you talking about? I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
Not so sure.
I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You are just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
I'm gonna save real quick. I don't think we've saved yet. It just occurred to me that if we didn't save, then something bad might happen.
That's because she's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Oh, that's interesting. Maybe she does have a voice like him. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we?
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to
I mean,
kill
we
us.
did, but...
She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
Let's rescue the princess.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains.
Good luck with that. Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease.
Hey, I just noticed something. What's with this? What's going on here? Does she still not have her hand from when we cut it off last time?
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already?
Because we've yet to present her with her freedom.
I'm not sure I follow.
Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do?
I don't know if I trust this smitten guy.
I think I'd rather believe in facts.
He seems like a simp.
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists.
One of us has to be.
Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her binding.
Oh, she's gonna murder us for sure.
No. I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths.
That doesn't make sense, because last time he just gave us a weapon.
Anything that might harm our dearest.
He's implying he can't do that now?
End our life without a second thought.
You wouldn't.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh, if only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
We leave, and then we have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do next.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it.
Oh my god.
But moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting?
Oh
It also
no, not
your
again.
face And the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no, did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you will ever know.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I think we can open it if we try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I told you our love was insurmountable.
You and the princess make your way upstairs and the blade. That's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
You're not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you. You know, if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone. That's not how this works.
Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
All we need to be happy is just each other. What if we just stayed here and built a life together?
What a romantic suggestion. You're right. We don't need the world. All we need is each other.
That's exactly what I just suggested. Was it not romantic when I suggested it?
Did you suggest that? I wasn't listening.
You answered me.
But the door's right there. We can just leave.
Wait. Why
That's
did she say that?
Weird.
Was she not wooed by our proclamation
Does she
of
not
love?
want
We not
to
enough
be
for
with
her?
us?
She's not.
Is she
wooed
using
by
us?
you because staying here and building a life together isn't a seduction. It isn't anything. It's a non-answer. It can't be done.
Trust me, it'll be better for us if we stay. We can just be happy here. We just have to want it.
But we would have to be here forever. I don't know you.
Oh. You know, that's a good point.
This is really what you want, though, isn't it?
Her eyes dart uncomfortably to the corners of the room.
I guess we could do that.
She doesn't seem happy about this.
But she can't be unhappy about staying with us. Can she?
I don't know. She has a point.
I don't know.
doesn't
She
know us.
did make a point there. Maybe we
No.
should just let her go.
It has to be him. It has to be this place. If we
Wait,
just
what?
made these walls more fitting for a princess. If we just say the right things. If we just showed her
No.
the contents of our heart.
No. Don't do
she'd
that.
be happy.
Don't do that. Don't
As
do
the
that.
voice thinks its thought, your hands raise, fingers pointing towards your chest, and then... What? No, you absolutely do not do that.
Oh, but I
Don't do that.
What? What is he doing? We can't see unless you tell us. Are you sure you want to know? I suppose I can't stall forever. You plunge your nails into your chest, digging deep, grasping for a handhold. And you find it, your fingers curling around your ribs.
Oh no! What are you doing? Are you okay? You can't do that and be okay.
Time out. He should not be allowed to do that. He's not the decider.
Yeah, he's not the decider.
And yet, it's done, isn't it?
It will be soon. You yank violently, your bones cracking with wet pops as you pull yourself apart inch by painful inch. Your exposed heart, framed by jagged ribs, thumps rhythmically in your raw, bloodied chest. The loosened threads of your body unfurling to cover the surface of the room.
Don't mind my sacrifice. It's a fair
What
price to pay.
are we?
To give her everything she doesn't know.
Those threads are the things that surrounded us when we walked away from the cabin. What the fuck are we?
Oh, I see. You're trying to tell me something. It's beautiful.
The princess, mesmerized, reaches towards your beating heart, and then everything goes dark and we die? Yes. You're on a path in the woods. Mate, we're clearly already in the cabin. Excuse me? You're clearly... Oh. Huh. So you are. How do you know about the cabin? I didn't get to the cabin part of my opening monologue yet. We've been here before. Well, not here, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You knew about the loop-in last time.
All right, we're going to do our ad break. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Don't go anywhere, and then we will continue. right, let's continue. Welcome back to stream. It seems like we're getting married or something.
Now, he's clearly disorientated. I'm sure all this new info is going to come as quite a shock to him. Best if we're gentle. And right on cue, here's the new guy. Welcome! Thank you. I'm just happy to be here. Okay, yes, I get it. You've been here before. That's terrible. You know that, right? Because the only reason you would have been here before is if you failed in whatever world you'd come from. Meaning you doomed an entire other reality. But I'm sure since you're so well-travelled, you know that, yes? Well, we know that now, thanks to you. We're all so lucky to be stuck with, working with someone so well-informed. You can count on us to do things right from here on out. I'm going to describe the room now. The interior of the cabin is vast and regal. High arched windows line the walls, their multicoloured glass casting kaleidoscopic patterns across the stone floor. An iron chandelier hangs from the vaulted ceiling, its many candles lit with flickering light, vaguely illuminating the massive room. This is a house fit for royalty. Before you, there isn't a blade, is there? That's not good.
So none of you are going to talk about the mirror.
What is there to say about it? It's a mirror. Is this some sort of a bit? There is no mirror. There's only the stained glass windows, the empty table where your blade should be, and the door to the basement. Oh, my bad. That's why I haven't been talking about it. I see it. Just like I saw it last time. Good for you, buddy. You've got a sharp set of eyes on you. Mirror or no mirror, the door to the basement, your only way forward, is just on the other side of the room. How about you walk over there?
We're going to approach the mirror.
You cross the room, stopping just in front of the door to the basement. What is this about that supposed mirror? Just reach forward and fumble around a bit. I'm sure you'll find the handle. Well, shall we have a look at ourselves? Maybe it won't go away this time.
Reach forward.
You reach forward, your hand instinctively wrapping around the handle.
Okay.
Figures. And then you push the door open. Marvellous. We can proceed. It would seem that the stairs to the basement don't lead to a basement at all. Rather, they go up. They're draped in fine carpet too, one that feels pleasantly soft against your feet. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably... no, that doesn't work here at all. This place is nice. It's fancy, even. I have to say, whatever you did in your previous lives, I deeply dislike how much it's thrown me off my rhythm. Don't worry about it, boss. You're doing great. I'm not, but I appreciate the encouragement. Well, if all of this has thrown you off your rhythm so much, then maybe we don't have to slay the princess. No, you absolutely do. Just because she lives in a nice house doesn't mean she doesn't pose a direct threat to all of reality. It's in her very nature. Her voice, gentle and warm, with an undercurrent of fatigue, rolls down the stairs.
You're home. Dinner's ready.
As much as I desperately want to know what happened last time, we are not going to examine it. The more we think, the worse this gets. Why are you so on edge? This is much nicer than what we're used to. I'd like to have dinner. Dinner sounds nice. Gotta say, I'm with him on this one, boss. When have nice things ever been a problem? That is the problem. This isn't supposed to be nice, and she's supposed to be a prisoner. I need to stop talking. I need to stop talking. Just go upstairs, okay?
Alright, sure.
This hall, like the one below, is
Yeah,
grand
that's
and beautiful.
normal.
Torches bathe the room in warm, comforting light. Just
That's
enough
normal.
to illuminate the tapestries along every wall, woven with scenes of chivalry and courtship and romance. The many cloth eyes are fixed on each other, gazes averted from the long table in the centre of the room. The princess, seated at its far end. Your pristine blade glints in the weak torchlight, hanging from a golden chain around the princess's neck. So that's where it is. And the tip is already pointed right at her heart. Okay, everything is falling back into place. All you have to do is cross the room, push down a little and the entire world is saved. That's easy. Yeah, that is easy, isn't it? So, where's the rush?
You're here. Now we can start being happy together. Why don't you sit down? Wouldn't that be nice?
As the words leave her mouth, the torches flare and a chair swings in from behind, knocking your legs out from under you.
Maybe
You're
dinner is
forcibly
not
seated
so
at the
nice.
head of the table.
Actually.
Isn't that better? It is better, right?
What is this place?
It's our happy ending, just like you asked for. It's everything we're supposed to have ever wanted.
Supposed to have ever wanted? Oh, God. What are we supposed to do now?
Oh, right, dinner. I totally forgotten about it.
Flames burn bright and a shadow dives across the table. In its wake, it leaves a feast.
Go ahead and dig in. I'm sure you're hungry.
Am I ever? Look at this spread. It's a feast fit for a king. Yeah, and after everything we've been through, we could use a break. More than that, we deserve a break.
Sure, I guess.
You begin to feast, and the princess follows suit, her soft smile never fading. The food is more exquisite than you ever could have imagined. You sample countless otherworldly dishes, sauces and bread and hearty stews whose tastes dance across your tongue. You tear at hunks of meat practically melting from the bone, juicy and tender and bursting with flavors you could scarcely begin to describe. Your cup fills itself again and again with a flowery nectar so sweet it tastes like glimmering jewels. This really is perfect, isn't it? It is the best meal you've ever had. But then it's over, and you're just as hungry as when you began.
Wasn't that perfect? We should do it again.
A shadow washes across the table, clearing and replating. The feast is once again laid before you. The food is good. Again, you tear into golden crispy flesh, dab at the slurry of aromatic sauces on your plate with thick-crusted bread, sip your goblet of sparkling gems. But you have done this already. A good meal is still a good meal, and we didn't even have to clear the dishes. I'm happy. And then it's over, and you're just as hungry as when you began.
You're still hungry too, right? I know this wasn't as good as it was last time, but we just have to do it again. That's all. It'll be perfect if we just do it again.
So the shadow
Wild.
sweeps over the table, clearing the old and laying out the new. And so
Are we just stuck in an endless loop of dinner?
The meat is fine, the bread is fine. You sample the side dishes and they're fine too. You finish your goblet, the liquid within no longer glimmering on your palate, instead
Wow.
leaving your mouth coated in a
Kind of
tacky
depressing,
film.
Jesus.
You put it down and it fills again. You do not drink more. Well, food is food, isn't it? Can't always be amazing. What matters is that we don't have to make it. Getting other people to do the hard work always improves the taste. Does it? Because it seems like the taste is getting worse, and we haven't had to so much as lift a finger. Regardless of quality, it's over again, and you're just as hungry as when you began. Again.
No, something was wrong that time. But maybe I was just tasting it wrong. It looks just as good as it did the first time. It shouldn't taste like this.
Again, the shadow replaces your feast, and again you eat. The meat is greasy. The bread is tough, its crust hurting your jaw as you chew. The grey vegetables are barely worth the effort of picking through. You don't even touch the goblet, its sickly sweet aroma utterly unappealing. I'm so tired of eating. Well, it's still free food we didn't have to make, right? Oh, am I kidding? We were eating like kings and now we're eating like pigs.
Oh my God.
At least you still have the memory of how good it was the first time, right?
I'm so tired of this.
As the words leave her mouth, one of the torches on the wall sputters and then goes out entirely.
What just happened? Did I do something wrong?
Not a fan of whatever just happened. I don't want to sit in the dark. Losers sit in the dark. I want to sit in a brightly lit, spacious room where we can see our beautiful, queenly wife. As if in response to the dousing of their brother, the other 3 torches blaze brighter, their flames licking at the walls. Their shadows deepen, dancing angrily across the stone.
Excuse me.
But as you attempt to get up, the torches flare and shadowed hands pin your wrists to the arms of your too comfortable seat. There will be no getting up. There will be no attempts to slay her. At least not for now.
I can't get up. Something's holding me down.
The princess smiles nervously.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about it. That's just how it works here. We don't have to go anywhere anymore. We have everything we need. He just wants us to be happy.
Who is he? You said he. Who is he?
He's the voice that whispers sweet nothings in my ear. I think he made this place for us.
Oh my god, is that the voice of the smitten or whatever?
Is she talking about a real voice? Like us, but we're at the head of the table. We should be in charge.
Did he
Is
become a
more
demon?
Powerful than we are? Is he the thing holding us down?
Hey, Shadow, don't you have anything to say?
The torches flare and the shadow grows for a moment, but you don't receive a response. Giving us the cold shoulder, I say. Asserting his dominance in the power structure. Regardless, it would seem that he, if there is a he, isn't something you can talk to.
He says his words are just for me. But he wants me to ask, isn't this enough? Isn't this what you wanted him to do? He says he's tired. I don't think he'll answer anything else you have to say.
This isn't fair. If I could just talk to him for 2 seconds, I'm sure we could sort this out and figure out a balanced power structure that works better for everyone. But no, he's decided he's above talking to little guys like us, huh?
Do we actually have everything we need? Because it doesn't feel like it. It feels like...
Like we've been given everything someone else has told us we wanted. But it isn't what we want.
As the words leave the princess's mouth, another torch goes out. Again, the remaining flames burn brighter, and the shadow dances faster.
I'm happy, I promise. We're both so happy here. You don't have to be upset.
This is awful. Isn't it great that we're all having such a lovely time together? We just have to stay positive and realize how happy we are. Then all of those lights will stay on and keep showing us all the cool stuff we have. Yeah, sure.
Are you actually happy here?
The princess starts to hyperventilate, her quick breaths punctuating the uncomfortable silence between you.
Yes! Why wouldn't I be? Let's not talk about it.
She's being defensive. And we all know being defensive is a sign of weakness.
We need the truth. You need to tell me how you really feel.
I don't feel anything.
The third torch sputters out. The princess's shadow dances furiously against the far wall.
There's just one left. What's going to happen when it goes out?
If you could do anything in the world, what would it be? What would you choose?
I think I'd like to dance under the stars.
That sounds lovely.
But there aren't any stars here. I'd have to leave.
As she says that, the shadow rushes forward and tightens its grip on her wrists.
I'm not happy here. I don't think I ever was.
Oh, man.
The princess sobs, burying her face in her hands as the final torch blows out.
I feel empty.
She raises her head, mascara trailing down her cheeks.
Me too. It feels like an important part of me is gone, but I'm still here. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know how we're supposed to pick up the pieces.
The princess's eyes dart to the floor.
Well, we can't sit here forever. That part of us is over.
The princess pushes herself from her chair, and you instinctively do the same, waiting by the top of the stairs as she quietly crosses the room.
Do you still care about me?
Of course I do. I don't think I'll ever stop.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you to say that. I still care about you, too, so maybe this wasn't all bad. But I don't think this place is for us anymore. I think we need to go.
Offer her your hand.
As the princess steps towards the stairs, you offer her your hand. The corners of her mouth curl into a demure smile, and she gently takes your hand in hers. She's cold and a little clammy, but her skin against yours is the most real thing you have ever felt. You're offering surprisingly little resistance. If we leave the cabin, doesn't that end the world?
He's right, you know. You're giving us some real mixed signals, boss.
Yes, well, I've seen my fairy tale ending, and I think there might be worse things than the end of the world.
Well, this is less work for us anyways.
Think what you will. I'm done fighting.
Oh my goodness.
You and the princess don't exchange words as you descend the stairs to the cabin's entrance. And then the two of you step out into the world. I think this is the end of me, even if it's not the end of you. I hope this was worth it. Genuinely, I do. He's really gone,
Oh my.
isn't he?
No boss anymore, no one left to tell us what to do. I guess we'll have to be our own boss then. About time.
The stars are so beautiful.
A quiet moment passes over you. A comfortable quiet.
I meant it when I said I wanted to dance.
She gently pulls you forward, and the two of you fall into a graceful step. The only rhythm that guides you is the shared thumping of your hearts, beating in perfect unison. Her face, worn and tired, brightens the faster you move, a soft, sad smile, widening and widening until it reflects only genuine affection. You send her out in a wide spin, and your arms stretch to their limits, only the tenuous grasp of your hand in hers holding you together. You share a gaze that feels like it lasts forever.
Thank you for taking
Oh, there's that
me
weird
here.
thing again.
This is nice, even if it's a little cold outside.
Oh my god! But you do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
It feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you.
Finally, we're going places.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold.
To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
It can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
It doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes you like me. It makes you like me like you more. I don't know what that says about me.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is a songbird in a cage of gilded shadows. She will make for an honest heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally learned to sing for herself.
Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Have you figured out what you'll want when we've finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods.
Okay. I think that's going to be enough for today. That was a lot. That was very, very wild. So I think that's going to be enough. Thank you guys so much for joining me for Slay the Princess. This game is so much different than what I expected it to be. I just kind of expected it to be a very simple point-and-click adventure game with some choices, and, you know, I knew there was some bullshit going on because I have seen various parts of this game talked about on social media, but never so thoroughly as to really have a clear idea of what it's all about. And I'm kind of glad about that, because had I gone into this knowing what to expect, I probably would not have enjoyed the journey as much, but I'm enjoying it so far, and I'm very curious about where all of it's going to lead. I think I have some ideas, but like none that are like extremely clear or like indicative of anything. So yeah, we'll be back at this next Sunday. So I hope that you will join us for that. And I hope that you have a good rest of your sinful Sunday. Tomorrow we're going to be playing a visual novel called Him, the Smile in Bloom, courtesy of Keymailer. So I hope you look forward to checking that out, because I don't know what that's about, and it's an Otome novel, and it seems pretty neat. So we'll see together. All right, subbies. I hope you have a good rest of your evening. Bye-bye.